Well, welcome, guys. So, as you saw, that was my new intro. It's World of Tanks once again, and I have here Christian music pulled up. And, you know, Christian music like contemporary Christian music. I want to talk about this because this past week I've really realized that I do not have a good relationship with this stuff. And as I said, contemporary Christian music. Now, the title has the quotation marks simply because this means different things to different people. As you can see here, it could mean inspirational music, but I like this kind of music, like the icon shows, the chants and stuff, the hymns of the, I guess, the Byzantine era and stuff, the age, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, World of Tanks, enjoy this, and I'll just be talking about my relationship with this music, and for the most part, it has been all right. Most of my life, my mom listened to it, and I didn't really understand it, but I enjoyed it enough. And as I got older and really into my evangelical years, I listened to it a lot. It's mostly all I listened to for much of high school and even into a little bit into college, not much. But recently, I started to listen to it inadvertently because we were on a trip, and my mother was playing in the car because that's all she listens to. And what I noticed was that it got old very quick because that's all we listened to. And as I listened to more of it, I noticed that my mood didn't improve. And so we got back from our trip after all that, and I was going to church to attend liturgy on Sunday morning, as I usually do. And lo and behold, my car had the side skirt on the right side has detached due to a blowing of a tire, my back rear tire, and so the skirt it's 3/4 of the way off. The little hooks that hold it on popped off, and I still need to fix it. But when we got back from this trip, I noticed that there's this sort of runner on this side, the door on each side, but on the right side halfway up, it was torn off almost halfway, and when we had left, it was only slightly. And so I thought, well, when we left, I thought it shouldn't be a problem, and just aesthetically, it's a problem to me. But when we got back, yeah, it was almost all the way off. And so I thought, well, I can't drive that with that dangling down on the side, and I tried to pull it off, and I couldn't at the time, so I decided to take my mom's car. I asked her, and she said, it's a Bug, it's a Volkswagen Beetle, and so I took that. And as I was driving, I usually only listen to classical music. In fact, for the past 4 months, that's all I've listened to and from school, because I can't stand NPR and pop music anymore. And so I listen to classical, but in her car, you guessed it, it's Christian music, two of the presets. So I started listening to it, like Air One, if you're familiar with that. If not, look it up. It's a nationwide thing. And I noticed, I kind of like one or two of the songs, and so I'm saying and so a lot, but anyway, um, it was fine. I drove to church, came back, and listened to it some more. And then I listened to it on Monday morning in my own car, and I noticed that I felt really depressed. I don't know, I didn't know why. It's just, I felt really down. And so, I kid you not, when I turned back to classical music, I felt better. And it it's kind of surprising to me because I spent all those years listening to Christian music, and suddenly I have this realization that Christian music is depressing. And I mean, when I'm listening to the songs, like I said, there were a couple I liked enough, but I wasn't realizing that it was actually, now reflecting back, it's like one of those things where when you look back, you realize, oh, that was potentially not beneficial to my health or whatever it may be. And that is how I saw Christian music, this contemporary Christian music, for the first time, really. And seriously, the day I stopped listening to it, which I think was Tuesday of this past week, back to normal, no depression feeling, no depressing feelings or anything like that. And so it kind of shocked me, but realizing it just was crazy. So that's my experience lately, and I hope you enjoy it, I guess, and leave a comment or something. See you guys later.